it with music, beautiful music. Hello, I'm Fred Miller. This is yet another lecture in song. A little background on me. I was born in Albuquerque, New Mexico, had a terrific classical piano teacher, and I was totally devoted to Bach, Beethoven, and Brahms, music as well as history and biography. All of that was interesting to me. And then right on my 13th birthday, the Beatles arrived in America, and suddenly my musical loyalties were split between classical music and the great 60s rock. And that went on through my teen years till the summer after I graduated from high school. At that time, I hitchhiked with a friend from New Mexico to the Woodstock Festival, and I even managed to show up in the poster. That was it for rock music. It sort of had reached its peak for me. I wasn't much interested in going to college, went very briefly, got a car, a VW Bug, traveled around the States, settled in Greenwich Village, and at some point somebody gave me an album of Ella Fitzgerald singing Cole Porter. And that was it. And here I am. Gershwin, Porter, Kern, Rogers, Berlin, Frank Sinatra, Bing Crosby, Ethel Merman, Judy Garland, Fred Astaire, the whole wonderful world of American popular song. Broadway, Hollywood, vaudeville, everything. All of the just music. I knew this was going to be my musical life. And I came up with the idea of a lecture in song. Each one would be a profile of a great personality or some aspect of American popular music. I started with 6 programs, and now to date I have 75 different lectures in song, each one described in detail at fredmillermusic.com. The program here is one of my Academy Award programs. I have an Academy Award winning program, a winners, and then I have a program on just the Academy Award nominated songs, and that leaves all those other movie songs, terrific songs, that were never even nominated. Oscar snubbed them, so I call this Oscar Snubs. And this is part 1, just going through the 1930s and stopping at 1939. Part 2 will continue 1940 through 1960. This is 1 decade. The next program's 2 decades. This was quite a decade. And of course, I'm going to include also all those songs that were movie songs before there were Academy Awards. There weren't Academy Awards for songs until 1934. That was a new category. Stanley Green, a really fine writer about Broadway and Hollywood, writes about that Academy Award category, Best Song category. He said, "It's the one with least justification today. Apart from the impossibility of selecting a best song, this particular award, initially prestigious because of the embarrassment of riches, has become simply an embarrassment." Well, there's nothing embarrassing about these songs. These are all songs I love to sing. I think people still like them. We're going to start with, as I said, before there were Academy Awards, really the early movie songs, starting with the beginning of the Talkies. Officially, that was The Jazz Singer, with, of course, Al Jolson. The 2 big songs, neither one were written specifically for the movies. Blue Skies, that Jolson sings, was just a Berlin song already that was popular in 1927, that year. And then Mammy goes back to 1918, to vaudeville. I'm going to start with a song written, these are all songs specifically written for movies, and go with Irving Berlin that same year in 1927. He wrote for a guy named Harry Richmond, who was a very popular kind of song and dance man. This is one of the early talkie movies, and this is the title song of this movie starring Harry Richmond. I've seen the well-to-do up on Lenox Avenue, on the famous thoroughfare, with their noses in the air, high hats and colored collars, white spats and $15, spending every dime for a wonderful time. If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where Harlem sits, putting on the Ritz. Spangled gowns upon a bevy of high browns, from down the levee, all misfits, putting on the Ritz. That's where each and every Lulu Belle goes, every Thursday evening with her swell bows, rubbing elbows. Come with me and we'll attend their jubilee and see them spend their last 2 bits, putting on the Ritz, putting on the Ritz, putting on the Ritz. 1928. Of course, talking pictures were here to stay, and here's from a movie called Sunny Side Up, starring Janet Gaynor and Charles Farrell. And the song is written, should mention the songwriters, De Silva, Brown, and Henderson, the ultimate melting pot songwriting team. A Portuguese, a Scandinavian, all Americans, of course, and then a Russian Jew. Writing about, of all things, if I had a talking picture of you, I would run it every time I felt blue. I would sit there in the gloom of my lonely